Everyone, welcome to week 6 of term 2. This morning I was involved with 7 of our staff in our external validation panel. I was so proud of the team of teachers who compiled our evidence of practice against the School Excellence Framework that was submitted 2 weeks ago. And then we met with the panel today to answer their questions around that evidence and around our practice against that excellence framework. The panel today fully validated our self-assessment, praising the team for their deep reflection and the analysis undertaken as part of that evidence submission. This will now lead us into our in-depth situational analysis of the school's strengths and areas for development, which will in turn inform our new strategic improvement plan. We'll spend the next 2 and a bit terms working on that and working with you, the students and the staff, to really determine what it is we want to do over the next few years at Wilkins. I'll be sharing our external validation at the next P&C meeting too, so you can find out more then. There is currently a review to inform a better and fairer education system, which will make recommendations to education ministers across the country to inform that the next agreement to improve education outcomes in Australia and meet the current and future needs of students. I'd really encourage families to participate in the survey and have your say about your child's educational needs. So that will inform whole of Australia and New South Wales education. Have a look for the link in the newsletter today. This week is Reconciliation Week, and the theme this year is Be a Voice for Generations. It aims to encourage all Australians to be a voice for reconciliation in tangible ways in our everyday lives, so where we live, where we work, where we socialise. It's a time for all Australians to learn about our shared histories, cultures and achievements, and to explore how each of us can contribute to achieving reconciliation in Australia. The theme, you can find out more about this on the website, which is included in the newsletter as well. Students this week are involved in a range of activities and discussions about what that looks like in practical ways for young people. And we'll be culminating with an activity at the end of the week, which will be displayed around the school as well. So keep an eye out for that. Today we started notifying parents on Central regarding if their child attends Reflection Room at school. So Reflection Room is part of our Positive Behaviour for Learning program. It is the tier 2 of that program. So tier 1 is for all students, which involves the explicit teaching of behavioural expectations in different settings across the school. For the students who have trouble, have difficulty meeting those expectations or understanding those expectations, the Reflection Room is an opportunity for them to sit one-on-one with one of the executive team to really unpack what behaviours we are expecting to see and how or why the behaviours they're displaying aren't in alignment with our PBL values. This opportunity is meant to be a really positive experience, but we do find that many of our families and our students relate to it similar to a detention, and it is a different process to detention. The purpose is not punitive. We want it to be that child learning focus. So if you do get a notification, it's a great opportunity for you to talk to your child about what they're going to be doing differently, how they're going to meet those expectations, the strategies they can employ, who can help them with that. And if during that conversation you discover additional information that you think would be useful for us to know, please don't hesitate to contact us, because we want to work in partnership to ensure that all students are happy and successful at school. The Everyday Matters School Attendance Campaign was launched by the Department of Education this week. It's aimed at reducing the number of unjustified school absences in schools. And you might have seen a bit about this in the media lately, about the number of days missed in schooling across the state last year. Regular school attendance helps students develop important social connections and maximises their learning opportunities. So it's really important that children are here every day that they can be. And I think the key to this is the difference between justified and unjustified absences. So, I mean, if your child is sick, absolutely they should be at home. That is a justified absence. We don't want children coming to school when they're sick. That's definitely not an issue. What we're looking at is making sure that we're reducing the amount of times that we're making appointments or booking holidays during school terms, or days when children, maybe don't feel like going to school, or other events that might be on that are not justified absences. So just making sure that we're at school whenever we can be, unless we're too unwell to be at school, and making sure that you're notifying the school of the reason for the absence within 7 days. So that is the requirement. We have to be notified within 7 days. If a child misses 1 day a fortnight, doesn't seem like much, 1 day a fortnight, but it actually adds up across the child's schooling to a whole year of school that's missed. So it can very quickly add up, and you can imagine the impact of missing a whole year of schooling. It's kind of amplified as well by the fact that, it's not just 1 year, so in a book, so you don't know what the child has missed. They will have small gaps that will impact on their learning in ways that aren't necessarily easily identifiable. So really encouraging, unless you're too unwell, to be at school. Our attendance rates at Wilkins are pretty good, but there's always room for improvement. That's pretty much it from me this week, other than just to let you know that the newsletter does look a bit different this week and for the next couple of weeks. Jackie in the office is lucky enough to be over in Europe at the moment, and so some of the rest of the team are filling in, and they don't necessarily have Jackie's amazing skills, her design and technology skills. So thank you to the team for filling in and making sure that we're still able to communicate with the community. All right, I look forward to seeing you all next week at Coffee with the Principal. Bye.